This partwork has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up partworks that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the partwork so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. If you'd like to build one of your own, pop along to fanhome.com. They're available in many countries worldwide. If you do want to build one, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're getting on, and let me know how I'm getting on as well. I'd like feedback of all types. So thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Let's get on with it. Hello, I'm Chris, this is Gross Models. Welcome to stage 77 of building the legendary Dodge Charger RT. This is a standalone episode. We're only doing a little bit of building on this one, but saving ourselves up for next time, which I think is going to be quite an impressive and big part of the build. But of course, we're going to look through the magazine first. Hand-to-hand fighting in the world of Fast and Furious. Yeah, there's as well as car chases, there's lots of gunplay and hand-to-hand fighting going on in the series. So you can read all about that if you want to. The Dodge Luxury Liner, that's an old style car, isn't it? That's, 1939. First fit in 35. When it changed to 39. Yeah. 1948 version. Integrated wings and a new front grille. It just, I don't like it. It's classic, but I don't like it. Right, today we are building the fuel cap. We've got some extra bits and parking light bits which we're not installing now. We've just been building the fuel cap, just like that. We've got 3-4 bits to put together, and that's all that we end up doing today. Keeping these aside for the next time. The engine curves. Don't know about that. Characteristic curves that are obtainable through instrumental analysis on a test bench. Yeah, looking at the computer, studying how things work to make them work better. Shiny. It's far too shiny for an engine. Yep, there we go. That's that. Let's get the parts together and put this fuel cap together. Yes, so the parts we've got the 3 parts of the fuel cap and the 3 parts of the light, which we're not doing until next time. So I'll move those away out the way. We've got a couple of RP screws, one of which we'll need, one of which is spare. You know the drill by now. Lots and lots of spare screws kicking around from this build, and other builds, of course, as well. So, the fuel cap, how does this go together? Obviously, that's nice and shiny on the outside. This bit goes through from the inside. Just like that. That gives us our hinge piece, which this will attach to. Like that. The screw goes in from the bottom of this one, by the looks of it. Screwdriver. And get that lined up on there. All together. Be able to get a screw through there. Before I do that, let's check and see. Yeah, it looks like it's going to screw into both sides of this. So, as ever, when you're doing that sort of thing, probably easier. Start it getting through one of them. I'm going to put it all the way through to make sure the thread works and it's all as it should be. Winding up on the other side of that. Just as well we do this now. There we go. So that's that going through there, which will be holding it in place. Now take that back out. Halfway out. It's only going through, tightening into that back bit now. I think. Yeah, that's not actually unscrewing from there. Thread is actually only in the outside piece. So we're catching a little bit on there. I don't want to force anything, obviously, because it's plastic. The screw's metal, but the bit's only plastic. So we'll get that to there. So we can then fit that onto there. Out. I've not quite gone out far enough. Thought I'd have a little bit of play there, but there's only very little bit of play there. That should now do it. We'll line up that other piece going through the other side. We can't get that screwed back in there again. Yeah, it's not great. It is not perfect. Might try fitting it to it not in the frame. Yeah, it's not quite right. So I shall take that back off of there. That back apart. See if I can fit that to that without worrying about that nice piece that I don't want to scratch up and cause any problems with. Test fit to make sure it does line up. We'll go in there properly. Will be a bit like that. Hinged. Yeah, that is okay. So it's just going to be a case of getting it lined up properly. It's always fun with tiny pieces in holes that you can't see. So let's get that back off of there. I thought this was going to be the quick, easy, breather episode before we get to play around with big bits next time, but it's proving to be a bit more tricky than expected. Right, let's try that one more time. That will line up on there, going through there as it should. Finding the end of the screw. Go. All the way home. That's working. That's going in there now. That is about as tight as I want or need it to be. There's a little bit of play with it, which is fair enough. And it opens to reveal where you put the petrol. Obviously that's loose because that's not attached to anything as yet, but that will become. You could do it. Now, if they'd have made that a little bit wider, you could have fitted it outside and then put it together, but they didn't. So yeah, that's going to have a pin and 2 screws will obviously hold that onto the body. It will look just like that. I'm quite happy with that. That's quite nice. It's nice and shiny. Does the job. And I think next time we'll be fitting it to the car. So I shall see you soon for that. More building. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.